Thank you, Ral and Adam. Today we will be further discussing the theme of appearance versus reality, or sight versus blindness, and we will use a few secondary sources along the way. As you all know, there is an ongoing battle between appearance and reality throughout the play. In the work of Professor Somroom, titled Oedipus Rex, Theme of Appearance versus Reality, he states that it is clear that Oedipus is led astray by an appearance that the robbers who were alleged to have attacked Laius must have been associated with Thebes, and the suspicion that Creon must have been at their back. Oedipus suspects that the robbers were bribed to attack Laius, and ultimately he thinks that both Creon and Tiresias were the ones who bribed him. Oedipus assumed that it was their plot to kill Laius, when in reality it was Oedipus himself who was the murderer. This shows how Oedipus fails to see reality and is blind in a metaphorical sense. When we further analyze the characters in Oedipus the King, we find that there is a major contrast that has to do with sight and blindness between the two characters, Oedipus and Tiresias. In an analysis by Farah Tufail, titled Aristotle's Oedipus Rex, he writes that there is a major contrast between the outward magnificence and inward blindness of Oedipus, and the outward blindness and inward sight of the prophet Tiresias. In the play, Oedipus taunts Tiresias about his blindness, saying that he has eyes for profit only, blindness in his craft. Tiresias answers by saying, "You have sight, but you do not see in what evil you are." By saying this, Tiresias is stating that Oedipus is ignorant to his own reality and his own fate. This is a great example of sight versus blindness in Oedipus the King. When searching for Laius' murderer, Oedipus shows a large amount of ignorance which can be associated with blindness. As the story develops and Oedipus is searching for the murderer of Laius, he demands that the other characters give him all the knowledge on the matter that they have. Tiresias is reluctant to share this knowledge because his knowledge points to the fact that Oedipus is the source of Thebes' troubles. This demonstrates Oedipus' ignorance or blindness to the reality of things, and after demanding that the characters tell him all that they know, he is forced to discover the sad fate of his patricide and incest. In the book, titled Drama for Students Volume 1 by David Galens, it states that Oedipus' strong belief that his search for truth will lead to a successful cleansing of Thebes is put aside with the reluctance of the characters to deliver their knowledge. End quote. It appears that the knowledge will lead to a cleansing of Thebes, when in reality it just points to Oedipus as the culprit. In closing, I hope these quotes from secondary sources have been helpful to you guys in further understanding the theme of appearance versus reality, or sight versus blindness. Thank you for listening.